Have you ever put something off until the very last minute, only to find out it was too late? It's a feeling we all know, that sinking pit in your stomach when you realize you've missed your chance. Today, we're rediving into a powerful story that perfectly captures this feeling, the parable of the 10 virgins. It's a tale told by Jesus found in the Gospel of Matthew. And it's packed with lessons about being prepared, making wise choices, and the consequences of procrastination. So grab a seat and let's explore this ancient story that's more relevant today than ever before. The story begins with 10 virgins or bridesmaids waiting for a bridegroom to arrive for a wedding feast. In that culture, weddings were huge community events, often happening at night. The bridesmaids' job was to light the way for the groom with their oil lamps when he finally appeared. So, all 10 of them had their lamps, and they all settled in to wait. The groom was delayed, and as the night wore on, all 10 of them drifted off to sleep. So far, so good. Everyone's in the same boat, right? But here's where the story splits. 5 of these bridesmaids were described as wise, and the other 5 were foolish. What made them different? It wasn't their lamps or their initial intention to wait. The difference was in their preparation. The 5 wise virgins had brought extra flasks of oil, just in case. The 5 foolish ones, however, only had the oil that was already in their lamps. Didn't think ahead. They assumed the groom would arrive quickly and that what they had would be enough. They were living for the moment, not planning for the future. Then at midnight, the cry rings out, "The bridegroom is here, come out to meet him." Suddenly everyone wakes up in a flurry. 10 virgins scramble to trim their lamps and get them shining brightly. The wise virgins, with their extra supply, have no problem. Their lamps are bright and ready. But the foolish virgins look at their lamps, sputtering and dying, and panic sets in. Their oil is running out. They turn to the wise ones and beg, "Give us some of your oil. Our lamps are going out." Now this might seem like a moment for generosity, but the wise virgins' response is incredibly practical. They say, "No, there might not be enough for both us and you. Instead, go to those who sell oil and buy some for yourselves." They weren't being mean. They were being realistic. If they shared their oil, all 10 lamps might go out, and no one would be able to light the way for the groom. Their preparedness was a personal responsibility, something that couldn't be shared or transferred at the last second. It was a resource they had wisely secured for themselves. So, while the 5 foolish virgins are frantically running off into the night to find an open market to buy more oil, the bridegroom arrives. The 5 wise virgins, with their lamps burning brightly, join the procession and go into the wedding banquet. And then the door is shut. A short while later, the other 5 finally return, extra oil in hand. They knock on the door, calling out, "Lord, Lord, open the door for us." But the response from inside is chilling and final. "Truly I tell you, I don't know you." The door remains closed. They missed their chance. Their last-minute scramble was too little, too late. So, what's the big takeaway from this story? It's a powerful metaphor for our own lives and our spiritual readiness. The oil in the lamps is often interpreted as our faith, our good works, our relationship with God, the inner substance that fuels our spiritual light. The foolish virgins had the outward appearance of readiness. They had the lamps, but they lacked the inner substance. It's the oil to sustain them through the long wait. They were counting on a last-minute fix that never came. This parable is a call to action. It urges us not to procrastinate in matters of the soul. We can't borrow someone else's faith or good standing when the critical moment arrives. It's a personal journey of preparation. We need to be like the wise virgins, consistently and intentionally cultivating our inner lives. Stocking up on that spiritual oil through prayer, learning, and living out our values day by day. Not about a one-time act, but a lifetime of mindful preparation. The story isn't meant to scare us, but to inspire us to live with intention, so that when our moment comes, our lamps will be full and burning brightly, ready to enter the feast. Don't wait until midnight to look for oil. Thank you so much for joining me today to unpack this profound story. I hope it gave you something to think about. If you found this message valuable, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Till next time, stay wise and keep your lamps burning.